wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a pool right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should go. Get set, go, take off. Just tell me where you wanna go. North Pole, East, West, baby, I'll go anywhere. We'll take a plane and take a boat. I don't really care, just as long as it will get us there. Cause I wanna see what's above, I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a pool right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should go. Get set, go, take off. We can leave it all behind. Why? Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a pool right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should both get set, go, take off. a glass box around her and she'll break the glass. If you try to cage her in, she'll light the match. Oh, she's like an animal, it's in her blood. She will turn every chain into dust, into dust, into dust. Like the wind is free, like the water's deep. She's a burning rush. If you try to take what is everything, watch it turn her life into dust, into like the wind is free, like the water's deep. She's a burning rush. If you try to take what is everything, watch it turn her life into dust, into
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's cast. Joining me tonight is the ever elusive but always entertaining.
Hello, I'm Albatross. How you doing? How you doing?
Broke the flow a little bit, but it's
I
fine.
mean, I didn't know you were gonna stop. I figured you'd just be like, "Hey, yo, this is Albatross."
I mean, at this
He's
point,
sometimes around.
since we're both league directors, I feel like we should be finishing each other's.
Apple pie,
Not even sandwiches, really.
dude. Apple pie is great though. I'm gonna sit here and sip my tea. Oh me.
What tea do you have?
I have some lovely orange flower tea. It's quite delicious. Some honey.
Well, I have pearl milk tea, and tonight we're going to be watching Grand Canyon University face off against Indiana University. So, have you watched any GCU matches, Albatross?
I have seen part of one match for GCU, to be honest with you, but I've heard good things.
I would maybe call them the Grand Canyon Fury, and I'd call.
Okay.
I don't think we've done any casts for IU. Unfortunately, I think they they rescheduled most of the time. So we're just waiting on one player to begin, and
Should be fun to discover how these teams handle each other.
so from what I understand, GCU tends to work more as a pack and try to collapse upon site much more so than other teams in Open League. They seem to have very well practiced strategies that bring that to the forefront. Whereas they'll just become a ball of death as they're barreling towards the site and just take down the defenders one by one, and usually have pretty good flank watch. It's effective. Reminds me of
quite effective.
It reminds me of Empire a little bit.
I can see it.
Just
Sorry, go ahead.
Just like a big ball of death barreling down towards every team.
IU has the additional advantage, however, of just not being seen as to how they generally play. I think if we haven't casted them in all this season, which I think might play into things depending on if they're able to withstand the onslaught of GCU. Excited to see how they end up handling that.
Mm-hmm.
First map is Villa. I like Villa. Villa is a very balanced map. I would say that it's arguably defender side.
Villa. We're starting Villa. Villa. I'm trying to think of common strats. It's all gonna be dependent upon a couple bands. I would say that if there is a mirror band, that's probably gonna weaken billiards a little bit. If there is maybe a focus on some of the more roamer bands. I'm trying to think of which ones.
I would say that mirror is even almost overvalued on this map. Like I think that you can get a lot done without necessarily like pulling the mirror in.
I tend to agree.
Because
I think that
it's so heavily countered by either vertical play from below or just a Twitch drone sneaking its way in. Because like on Oregon, for example, there's only really one or two, like there's really only two doors that you have to watch to like prevent the Twitch drone from basement.
Mhm.
But for Aviator, there is like 5 entries, and that can be really difficult for the defenders when they already plan to roam, which tends to be how we see Villa played.
Well, let's see. I'm just trying to think about what effects Mirror has on other maps. Like, for example, we're going to be going to Clubhouse after this. We are going to be seeing that. We are going to be finishing with Coastline if a decider map is needed. However, we are... yeah, we are... I'm just like, I think at this point, within 3 minutes, we need to give them a warning for not being here on time. But
I would agree.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can get that taken care of.
Hopefully. But anyways, Clubhouse.
I think that like when Mirror first came out and like the year after that, teams would try very hard to essentially just shoehorn the character in to every site that they could.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that more recently, at least like in Pro League play, teams realized that hey, like Mirror is not the best on every site in the game. And I think that teams in CEA have kind of all started to discover that as well. Like on Villa at least, like Mira is good on Aviator, but there's a lot of counters that play into that. But she's not really excellent on any other site. The same I think could be said for Clubhouse. Like there is a niche strategy you can do for basement. There's like a very niche strategy you could do for cash room, but she's not like you need a Mira. This isn't Oregon.
I'm trying to think, and you're right. You're right. She did, however, recontextualize a lot of sites in Siege to the point where she made them. She could have made them even more viable. Like, for example, basement in Oregon. I'm trying to think of any sites on maybe Consulate. The basement also got a little bit buffed by that.
I think you could argue that Mira mixes up the viability of the kitchen dining site on Oregon.
That's true.
With the kitchen wall, and you can do one on the showers wall as well if you use a deployable shield, which can be quite annoying for the attackers to deal with.
Let's see. I'm trying to. Well, other than that, do you have any expected bans?
Expected bans. On Villa, it would not surprise me if like overall we usually see a Maestro or Echo. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw at least one of those. Legion's quite commonly banned, and it's very strong on this map because it just has so many choke points, longer corridors that Legion can cut off and slow down. We could see teams like to ban shields or a glass. So I guess probably like a Montane or glass ban could happen. I'm not sure like how much GCU, for example, relies on the Montane, which might affect that. But I would say glass ban would definitely be on the table, or Nomad. Teams do not like Nomad. Nomad is the new line.
I feel like invite teams don't like Nomad more.
I mean, you could argue that it's because invite teams generally tend to like play more aggressively, specifically for retakes and flanking. Which Nomad is quite good at countering that. As there's really no way around her gadget, especially in this. If she gets 6-picked, for example, you just have no idea that there's Nomad.
I would like to apologize for the delay right now. Uplay is being difficult apparently to one of the last players on one of the teams. It, of course it is. Of course it's being difficult. It's always difficult whenever, we need
You guys
anything
been
to
having some
happen.
issues for the last week and a half now, so hopefully that can get resolved.
Yeah, I recall last Saturday Uplay actually went down and invites were just okay, Uplay didn't exactly go down, but
The infights declared no. In
it,
summary,
it happens. Honestly, this is not the team's fault because we in our rules we don't write in system failures,
yeah,
and it happens. Honestly,
things happen. We're gonna figure it out. We can talk a bit about the other teams, like the bracket overall. Right now, while we wait for Uplay to resolve itself, or we wait for GCU to get their full team in. Yesterday, Penn State. I'm sorry.
what? No, we need all five. So, anyways, yesterday Penn State Academy. I know that their players want me to call them Penn State U2, but no, you can't be called after that band. And also, your coach told me not to.
We just call Epic Bono from now on.
No, we can't. That's the wrong.
But
That's the wrong nationality.
Hear me out, right? Okay. We make him show up to every land in the future wearing an increased degree of sunglasses that he shouldn't be wearing.
Okay, how is he gonna play?
Yes.
No, we're not gonna handicap
gaming glasses.
Gaming glasses.
Hey, gaming glasses.
Okay, no. Catch us next season when we sell gaming glasses.
CEA gaming glasses. They help you see the claymores.
I can actually see that happen. Just because of how
Anyway, PSA. We'll move on to semifinals. We haven't had any other playoff games happen thus far, right? We have 2 tomorrow, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see. So right now, San Jose State University or Carnegie Mellon will end up facing PSA in their side of the final bracket. Meanwhile, tomorrow we'll see the resolution of UW Madison and Arizona State D2, and that team will end up playing against the winner of this game. It should be an interesting match. Hopefully, Uplay will resolve itself shortly, because this is getting problematic.
And it looks like they're trying to call a sub. It looks like did something happen to their account, and they're just not able to join at all. And we do have to call the match in 10 minutes if there is no.
Which is unfortunate. Hopefully, they can get a player in, and we can begin, so GCU can actually play this one out. It's a matchup that I've been waiting for, been quite excited for.
Me too, and I really want to see. Yeah, I really want to see them play, and right now we're giving them another 10 minutes to figure out what's going on, and GCU will receive a formal warning after this for delaying things this way. I don't want to have them.
So do they have? So if they're having a hard time joining the match, we could try rehosting, and that might be.
No, that's not it. They're actually swapping off to a sub, and that sub needs to come in soon because apparently something happened to the other player.
I see. All right. Well, hopefully
I apparently misunderstood from the first. Sorry, I'm just.
Start playing the Jeopardy music.
Okay. I want to see a game. I want to see a game tonight.
I would also. Like to see a game.
And I would like to apologize that there's a little bit more leniency on whether or not teams Teams need to be here on time, and it's just because it's the playoffs. We know that the playoffs are some of the most important matches in the entire league, so we kind of want to focus on trying to get people set up.
I would agree. Well, let's segue into an advertisement, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know that CE is scheduling a summer league?
Mm-hmm.
Winks at camera. You can sign up for that if you go to our Twitter. It's linked below. Or you can play with fellow students, either by either making your own team or signing up as an individual to be assigned one if you want to make some new friends. Signups will be open until May 29th, I think. No, 22nd. May 22nd.
22nd.
29th is when the season will start. And yes, hope to see you there. Should be a fun time.
Did I? What? The heck? Oh. Does that work now? Okay, that's fixed. Okay. Anyways, I think. Oh, apologies to PSU. I just wanted to call you guys PSU too, because I realized the joke as I was saying it. But yeah. Anyways, I just
Embrace
want to
the
say,
Bono.
embrace the Bono. Oh God, no! Don't embrace the Bono.
May the Bono be with you.
Mm-hmm. So, how do we entertain an audience without a game?
I can get out my guitar.
You play guitar?
A little bit.
Hmm.
I can play the SpongeBob ending credits song. And that's about it.
Wait, SpongeBob has an ending credit song?
Yeah.
I don't. It does? I thought it
Yeah.
just never ended.
I mean, it never ends in my heart. But yes,
I mean,
well, I suppose the correct terminology is that it had an end credits song. Yes.
Well, anyways, let's talk about the patch notes.
Yeah. I'm excited for that patch to actually hit live servers. I am happy with the majority of it. Specifically, the fact that Nomad has any counterplay.
Well, okay, so Nomad is he's losing her Claymore. Nomad is winning a flash. Yes, she's winning flash grenades.
I think you could argue that that change specifically isn't as significant because usually a team will end up having a lot of claymores, or at least access to a lot of claymores. Like this is just like to make her specifically less of a Swiss Army knife. The biggest change that I'm happy with about Nomad is that her gadget will now make noise, which is good because now the way it works currently is that if you put an air jab on a door, for example, up against the door, if someone pushes it through it, the person gets knocked down. There's really nothing the person can do or even know that it's there, specifically if you six-pick the Nomad, because they have no way of knowing that the Nomad exists in the game. Now, at least being able to hear it will give the defender something to do about it. And,
okay, let's just hope that you can hear it more than Maverick's little burning effect.
I would agree.
Because, like, it's supposed to be loud, and yet I've been caught more by surprised
I'll
by
take one. I'll take one improvement at a time, at least. And
I mean,
also I think that the Ying rework is good. That's a step in the right direction. Also, it kind of makes more sense as well. I would say.
Yeah.
Just compared to other grenades in the game, kind of fits.
It does fit.
That you can't just flash around a corner and then sprint in as Ying. You kind of have to plan a little bit. And I believe that you can hear the charging up of the gadget if you're close enough and if you listen. So the defenders now have more of an ability to counterplay, which is good for the game.
I mean, at this point, this cast is slowly becoming a podcast on just how these changes.
I think that we can do a podcast. That can be fun.
I have so little time, so little time, and so much to talk about in Siege, and it's just.
I will schedule the podcast. Right? Okay, hear me out.
Oh no!
Have community guests every week. You can bring on some players, some staff members. Be fun.
I guess the first guess would have to probably be either Taco Sheen or Epic.
Could probably call in Sternav to come.
Ooh, I'd
Be a
be
guest
down
for
for that
one of these days.
actually.
It'd be
I
fun.
mean, well, anyways, I'm being
Oh,
told Fifth is getting on. Okay, they have 4
hey,
minutes. All right, all right.
I believe.
I believe he has 4 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's 4 minutes to the
Start playing
deadline.
Flood of the Bumblebee.
Yeah, so like we're gonna have to be casting like the play-by-play of this person logging on.
Okay.
Turns on the computer. Oh no, the SSD failed. He has to go to for the hard disk drive backup. All right, he's managed to get the computer up.
He has to put it in two-factor authentication, but his phone is downstairs.
Oh my god!
I've
The humanity! He's got 2 minutes left! He's got 2 minutes left! Oh my lord. Oh no. Uplay is being slow.
No.
But hang on. He has a trump card. A
Does
third
he
computer that was already connected to Uplay. He's going to that computer now. Come on. He's trying to open up Siege. Oh no.
Dude. Play Siege on the Pentium D.
Pentium D?
Yeah, dude, let's go. I mean, hey, all he has to do is play Montaigne. It won't matter that he has 2 FPS. Just like play turn-based Siege and Drone.
Mm-hmm.
As you do.
As you do.
I like the Maestro nerf as well.
A Maestro nerf? Yeah, we can.
So like right now, so some people think that like this kind of makes Maestro useless or too easily counterable. I would argue that the way that Maestro is played right now is that you literally you drop it and you just leave it and ignore it and you just have free vision for an extended period of time if it's not dealt with.
There's also a bad glitch on it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that they patched the Death Star glitch.
Nope, I did it
Okay.
yesterday on stream. Well, okay, not on CA stream. I did it on my own stream.
I would say that now, as opposed to just being able to leave it and forget it, you have to kind of protect it so that they can't just simply walk up and either zap it with a Twitch drone or Thatcher it. I'd be interested to see. So like it makes it open, the Twitch drone, but does it disable it or does it just make the glass open? Because like at that point you could argue that it could just zap the Twitch drone.
No, it just opens it a little bit and then you shoot again. So you have to double tap every evil eye.
Always double tap, or the zombie will come back. Don't be stingy with ammunition, boys and girls.
Oh no, they actually have literally 1 minute. Otherwise, this is a forfeit.
GCU plus. Wait, someone else left? What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they able?
They literally have less than 60 seconds.
Have they said anything?
They said that their fifth was getting on, and then somebody just left.
Okay, let's go to intermission for a second while we deal with this.
Hang on. Well, first answer the question: Taco Bell or Burger King?
For breakfast, Taco Bell. For every other time of the day, Burger King.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's go to intermission for a little bit. It's unfortunate news that GCU did not manage to have all 5 by the deadline that we set them. And as per the CA handbook, GCU unfortunately has to forfeit this match tonight to Indiana University and therefore be eliminated in the quarterfinals.
It's unfortunate circumstance, but player preparedness is a clause in the handbook.
And
We'll be on again tomorrow.
we
What
will
time
be
is
on
the
again
match tomorrow? At least the first match tomorrow?
We have 2 matches, one at 7 p.m., one at 9 p.m.
Excellent. So you'll have a double dose of Siege tomorrow to make up for it. In those matches, we'll see. I'll pull it up again. We'll see SJSU and Carnegie Mellon play, and also UW Madison and Arizona State.
D2
should both be Arizona State D2. Should be both
D2.
Pretty good matches. I know for a fact that UW Madison has made improvements over their roster last season. So I'm excited to see them play. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
I'm excited to find out who we end up seeing in the Invite League in the fall.
This does shake things up a bit, as I believe GCU was actually one of the favorites to move up into Invite. They certainly had the skill and the gumption to do it, but these things unfortunately happen. And Indiana University moves on to the next bracket. I don't believe they have. The match deciding who their next opponent will be is tomorrow.
Should be a good time.
All right.
Hope you'll have a wonderful night. I've been Albatross, joined by Duke Carge.
Adios, muchachos.